Hey, top of the morning, everybody. Peace and blessings to you. This is video number 4, my favorite number. On this one, we're going to talk about further self-improvement. And this topic here is probably should be more of a priority than actual diet. Well, they kind of maybe go hand in hand. I know I was supposed to do an exercise video, and I got y'all. I'm gonna make that happen. Trust me, I got y'all on that. In fact, I might do it later. Y'all might get a 2-for-1 today. In fact, that's what I'm gonna do for y'all. I'm gonna give y'all a 2-for-1. That's how we gonna make that happen. But what I want to talk about is attitude. Attitude is a doozy. You know. Having a proper attitude, an attitude of gratitude. I know that sounds foreign to, maybe some that don't deal with recovery or, see a therapist or something, But attitude is a big one. Trust me on that. You actually have to have the attitude of positivity even begin to improve on self. Having an attitude of willingness, of open-mindedness, and of honesty. And I said it backwards, in recovery it's known as the hows. Honesty, open-mindedness, and willingness. And you have to be honest with yourself, to know, like we spoke of in the earlier video, to know what it is you need or want to change. You have to be open-minded to, take on different ideas that may be contrary or different from ideas you've previously held. That's really the only way we can change is if we change how we see things. So sometimes we have to be open-minded to different perspectives. And willingness, I think that is kind of self-explanatory with the other two I just described, because you have to be willing. If you ain't willing, you can't be honest, and you ain't gonna be open-minded. You like, I don't want to, what you don't want to, you ain't gonna do. So it all kind of goes hand in hand in us forming a more positive attitude with ourselves. Attitude causes us to be more receptive to the positive. It is a saying I used to always say: if you allow every little thing to bother you, it will. You will be bothered by every little thing. And when we see things in a negative light, when we see, every little kind of messed up thing, when we see everything is just like, man, that messed up my day, man, when we lose sight of the positive. I'm not going to say when we keep our eyes, to lose sight of the positive, you have to have your eyes on the negative. So, and it's all attitude. It's all in the attitude. It's all in the thinking. Which again go hand in hand. Your attitude shapes your thinking, and your thinking shapes your attitude. So with that being said, we have to think in a positive state. I have to. I've been guilty of, it's a million things going right in my life, but let that one thing come, the whole world's over. I'm sick of this. I'm tired of trying. And it's always brought my life downhill. I've always underachieved because of that. I've had really good jobs and have left them because of that. Just attitude and, allowing someone or something to come and just really build upon my attitude of negativity to where it's the straw that broke the camel's back. And, it's honestly taking my life, from somewhere it could have been to now somewhere it shouldn't be. And it's all attitude. Even now, even saying that like where my life shouldn't be, that's a negative attitude. Having a positive attitude is I'm exactly where I need to be right now. Because if I hadn't went through all those experiences, if I wouldn't have, had to see the things I've seen, do the things I've done, be the places I've been, I couldn't even talk to you like this. I'd be talking to you about something, something totally different, Well, the numbers show, you feel me? But instead I can talk to you about my life experience and maybe that can help you, So that's attitude, seeing the positive, being able to, recognize that, in every loss, there's a lesson. And in every lesson, there's a blessing, because knowledge is power. When we lose and we sit back and reflect on that loss, once we start reflecting, it's not a loss, it's a win. It's just like homework. We doing homework, man, okay. All right, double check that problem. Boom. All right, it was wrong because of this, that, and other. Now I've learned how to properly do my math, and not only properly do my math, to double check it. So when there's a mistake in life or something that doesn't go how we planned it, it may seem like a loss, and with a negative attitude, we're like, man, I failed. But it's a lesson. There's gonna be negative in life. If there wasn't any negative, there could be no positive, and vice versa. We wouldn't know the difference. There wouldn't be opposite words for it. It'd just be like life. Same token, life wouldn't be death. So I say that to say it's a balance to everything. So when we run into those negative situations, we have to have a positive mind state. A positive mind state makes a positive that much more positive, and it turns a negative into a positive. That's just how it works. If I walk around the corner and I get jumped by 8 dudes, of course it hurt. Getting jumped hurts. Duh. But what do I learn from getting jumped? Now there's a few lessons. All depending on my attitude. Now negative, I can say, man, I ain't going to work, no more because, man, I got to get through over there and, I don't like getting jumped. Duh, who don't? But you like making money. Or maybe not, who knows? I don't know who you, I like money, But a positive mind state gives us some options. If I wake up earlier to be able to take a different route, I can still get to work. Taking a different route, I see some new scenery, I see something new. And waking up early, the great Ben Franklin once said, early to bed, early to rise, makes a man healthy, wealthy, and wise. See, it's just that easy. And that can go with any situation in life. we have to take the negative and see how we can make it a positive, because it's still life, and life is the positive, because death is the negative. So anything that happens in life is a positive, period. And that's the attitude that I have to really continue to make manifest in my life, because I have always had this, like I said in earlier video, I'm not good enough, or she won't like me, or this job is less than what I should be doing, or I should be here in life, but I'm here. So everything can be a positive. Look, this is positive. I just made a positive video from negative experiences that I've dealt with in my life that taught me something positive. All the negative experiences in my life have made a positive to where I'm able to relate that, or even if I don't even think I related the experience this video, but it's given me that experience. Those experiences have given me a mind state on what to do and what not to do. It's easy to be negative. It's very easy to be negative. Well, for me at least. Negativity comes like second nature. But learning how to deal with things in a positive nature, learning how to be positive, has really helped me see new heights in life. Now, don't get me wrong, I don't have more money yet. I'm still not out of rehab yet, which coming this next Monday. We'll talk about that. But where I'm at emotionally, mentally, spiritually, man, I'm on a plane somewhere and out of this atmosphere. And it's because of attitude. The attitude of gratitude, the attitude of positivity. Seeing the good in life. And when something rough or tough happens, bad happens, because that's the opposite of good. It's balance, people. You have to have balance, or it's imbalanced. Period. You argue with that all you want, but if there's not balance, there's imbalance. But I have to take that bad and turn it good. I have to take that negative, turn it positive. I have to use the experience and the lessons learned from things that may not have gone my way, or where I didn't make the proper decision, where the proper choice wasn't made. I have to take that and turn it into positive. And once your life is on a positive plane, guess what? Now you got on glasses with positive lenses. So everything you're seeing is positive. And when everything you're seeing is positive, the negative, is like, Now don't get me wrong. We have life events. We have things that happen that's negative. Like negative. Like I said, the opposite of life is death. Death is negative. And a fact of life is people die. Life ain't so precious if you don't have death. If you have no idea what death is, how is life precious to you? If you have no idea what hunger is, food is just, we about to eat. Not something to really be appreciated. You see what I'm saying? So we appreciate life because of death. But we have life events that come up because death is there. And sometimes our loved ones die. Someone close to us dies. That's a negative. Period. Hard to find a positive lesson out of that. But you can. See, we all know the lesson. We always say it when somebody died, but we just don't internalize it. We just don't apply it. I don't. You know, every time somebody dies, man, life is too short. Bing! That's the lesson. Life is too short. So we have to do what we can in the time that we have allotted here on earth. You know, we all want to live to 100, but how many people do we really know live to 100? Now, we know a few more people that have lived to their 90s. We know more people that have lived to their 80s. 70s, that's you know, you don't really hear too many people in their 70s. Well, in my case, let me say, I don't, you know, in my case, and then, you know, or the 60s. But then you go down to the 50s and 40s. A lot of people in my life have, you know, died in those 50s and 40s, which gives me the admonishment that life is too short. Do something with that time. Do something with that time. And if I'm stuck in a negative state, guess what? I'm not going to do nothing with that time, because either I'm thinking, man, I'm going to die anyway. Or I'm thinking, you know, man, I'm trying, nothing's going to work, nothing's working. But that's a defeatist attitude. And so, you know, sometimes we can all fall victim to that attitude. But that's playing victim, because that's our own thinking. That's our own attitude. Keep it positive. Sometimes we have to remind ourselves, positive. See the positive. If you ain't think like me, sometimes you gotta force yourself. They gonna see the positive. You feel me? I have to do that. I literally have to do that, or my mind gonna go off into, I think I'm just gonna beat somebody up. Period. I don't care about the consequences. I'm just going, you know, oh well. And I end up defeating myself. Then I end up sitting in somebody's jail. Man, I shouldn't have did that. I should have left. Or, man, they should just leave me alone. I didn't. Negative. Positive is, I control me. I control my reactions. I control my actions. Period. I don't have no control over nothing else except right here where I am, straight down to where my feet are. Period. That's what I control. And depending on where my 2 feet are, depends on the level of control I got. But I'm going to turn all that into positives. I'm here right now in this moment. How can I make this a plus? What can be a plus about this? What can I learn from this that's a plus? What can I do here that's a plus? How can I think here that can be a plus? How can I add to my life at this time, in this place, at this moment? And that's when I turn things positivity. That's when positivity begins happening in my life. That's when things begin to uplift me, because I'm seeing things in that manner. If I take out the negative part and think on the positive, how can I enrich my life? How can I edify my life? How can I benefit my life with whatever's going on right here, right now, in this place? We're moving forward. We're moving on up. Period. I have to recognize that I'm in control of this elevator. And depending on how I'm thinking, is if I'm pressing to go up or pressing to go down. And that's just what it is. Hey, I hope y'all got something from this. You know, I'm not the greatest teacher on earth, but then again, that's something I need to work on. Positivity. I'm going to move up. Period. And can't nobody stop me but me. So listen, I want you to know that you're in control of your elevator. You're moving up, and can't nobody stop you but you. Listen, peace and blessings to y'all all. I appreciate y'all listening. You could have been anywhere in the world except here with me, but you are here with me, and I appreciate it, and I hope you got something positive for me sitting here running my mouth. So again, peace and blessings to you. Hey, share the video, like, subscribe, leave in the comment section. Let me know, what other topics you probably want me to talk on. Offer feedback. Hey, my dude, you say too much, or why you stay licking your lips? You ain't cool. However, let me know. However you feel. Be honest, I appreciate that honesty, and I'm gonna take all that, and turn into a positive. So, it was positive for me making these videos. I hope it turns positive for you. So again, peace and blessings. Y'all have a great rest of the day. And I got to get to this day because I got a busy one. Love.